Hello guys, welcome to the stream. Just wanted to ask how I sound before I come on camera. If you guys can let me know. Hi S014, first time on the stream. Thank you so much for being here. Ross Shearer, Axel05, how we all doing? Christian Griffin in the chat with a profile picture change as well. Nice to see you guys. Of course, Yugi Joe, Emi Z from last stream. How do I sound, guys? How am I sounding? It's a very big day for the stream, and I must know how I sound first. Sounds all good. Erlim in the chat. Absolute legend. Definitely go subscribe to Erlim if you guys haven't. Lots of great Power Rangers and Sentai content over there. Well, if we're sounding good, let's say hello, shall we? Hello. The Microphone Chronicles has come to a close. We are back with the microphone. Technically, this isn't the same microphone. I have a theory that they lost my original one because they kept saying there was no replacement part, and they said they were waiting for the replacement part, and then they were saying, we can't send you a new one, we can only either wait for a repair. And then I was like, can you send my microphone back without it being repaired so I can get it repaired elsewhere? And they were like, you know what, we'll send you a new microphone with extra bits. So I'm not going to complain. Microphone's back, and hopefully to stay. Because as much as this little DJI Lav mic has done me well, it's a pain in the ass. Gamerboy64, I'm alive. I had a work from home day. Nice. I'm glad I'm glad. Psychos 2711 in the chat. I changed it to my Snapchat Bitmoji. Nice. You're welcome, Erlim. Anytime. I did DM you on Twitter, and I don't know if you replied. You didn't reply. Oh, I'm joking. It's fine. But it's about a potential collab, so no spoilers. But that's in your Twitter DMs. Erlim is a Tokyo legend on YouTube. He is. I remember the first video I watched from him was the Ninja Steel Easter egg video. Nice. I can't remember when I discovered Erlim. If it might have been, I could probably guarantee that I watched a bunch back in the day. I say back in the day, like a couple of years ago, before I was doing this. And then obviously when I saw him through like just the Twitter vines and stuff, then we were all good friends. I mean, we've never met. We've had a good couple of chats. Power Rangers Crystal Fury, hello. Nice to see you, as always. Dropping knowledge on your adaptations for the future. So yeah, obviously, as always, the title is about Gozyupolar and discussions about Gozyuger, which we'll definitely talk about, but the chances are that we'll end up rambling about other stuff. Also, the background has had a rearrange. I made a TikTok and an Instagram about it. Follow me on TikTok and Instagram if you don't already. It's all this, as I've lovely pointed out. But I've done a bit of a switch around. This shelf is primarily now down here. The Blue Ranger helmet stayed there, and I brought the Pink Ranger helmet down. Cosmic Fury Morpher, which was more in display, but if I sit here, then it's not. The Funko Pops, the Rangers, and then up here, I've put my Back to the Future Funko Pops, only 2 of them, my Nightwing, my Kevin Smith, and Ninja Turtles. That is Mallrats in the background. You've got It Takes 2 with me. You got Cake King. Trying to navigate this with my finger. And then, of course, all the Q Rangers, because I was like, and a photo of me, David Jost, and Amy Joe, which there was one of me and David Jost here, and it's fallen off, but I also can't find it anywhere down there. So I don't know where that's gone, or what's happened to it. But there we go. Diane, I love the suit, though I still don't like the teddy ears. The ears look quite good, in my opinion, but that's fine. That's understandable. Predator King, hello. Predator King G_G. Your background looks different. I don't see the Cosmic Fury Morpher. Obviously, I imagine you sent that before I started speaking. It is down there, which is also being covered now by the little text. I wanted it to be in the middle so it was in display. Maybe I move it to like where this Morpher is. But I like that the Tommy Morpher is in front of the Kimberly helmet. I think that kind of works nicely. Do you know what I mean? Maybe that's just me. Yeah, I'll have to figure out something with it. But I do like that it's... I don't know. This was the Power Ranger bit in the middle. And it made sense, but I was like, maybe if we keep it to be kind of, because obviously, I mean, with Super Sentai anyway, but I was like, if I throw a bit more in, if I do It Takes Two and my other stuff there, then it looks like there's at least a bit more attempt at like diversifying it. Did Raquel tell you about my adaptations? You've told me about your adaptations. I don't think Raquel, if we were talking about the same Raquel, then I don't think so. How's Gav going? I've been enjoying Gav. New episode, I mean, technically tomorrow, but Sunday, which I'm looking forward to. Last episode was very good. I like the ears. I like the ears as well. Which Sentai adaptations do you think would be my best one I'm going to do? I think the King Ojo one's going to be cool. Oh shoot, I didn't see the donation goal. I did the... Usually the donation goal is like, I'll stream this day or this day. This time round, it is, if we hit the donation goal, I'll stream next week with Yu-Gi-Oh, which I know people have been asking for. I've also, there's a new song that a band I like has released. I've never even released it. They played it live once, and it isn't even released yet, but I've got it stuck in my head. So if in the downtime I'm like, you know why. Gozyupolar, I would prefer some other animal, maybe another fantasy animal as unicorn. It don't fit into them. I don't know. I think polar kind of works. If we get a seventh ranger, then maybe something more fancy would be cool. But I don't know. We've never had we kind of have had a polar bear, but it's a cyan one. So now we get like a white polar bear with a black in the cyan. Oh, it looks so good. I love it. Nate, I compiled the transformations for all the aliens. I said have the same transformation in the beginning. How do I show it to you if I can't message you? You can send it on Instagram. That should, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably send it through that. But it was, you said Heat Blast, Forearms, Diamond Head, and somebody else, didn't you? And Wildmat. And like the animation, like the camera work is the same, but like the animation isn't identical. The Crooked Painter, howdy. Have you been here before? I'm trying to, I see so many new names every now and again, and I'm like, I don't know if this is a new name or if you're someone that I've seen before and I've changed your name. Garudo Suit is still better. I can hear someone nuking me. I do really like Garudo Suit. I don't understand the people who don't. That being said, I feel like, I don't know, because the Gozyupolar one's just so clean. That's the problem. Now, the rule of the chat, if a super chat comes in, we skip to it and then we go back. D. Marcel, you absolute legend. Thanks for doing that little thing for me. No worries. Check out D. Marcel on Instagram. I believe it's dions.memes. I could be so wrong. I apologize if I'm wrong. It won't let me heart your super chat either. But thank you very much for that. It was an absolute pleasure to work with you. And check out his Instagram page in order to see what we worked on together. Did you see the Boom Boom Just Sakato special? I didn't realize it was out. I know the King Ojo movie came out, but I might have to just watch that, because I was going to do a video on the movie, and then Foul Plays was chatting with us last stream saying that Toei seemed to not mind people doing content on the episodes, but the movie seems to be distributed differently, and therefore that are a lot harsher with copyright. So I might have to watch the movie and then just make a video about it without showing the clips, which I might have to end up doing for the Sakato special as well. The 7th Ranger is Garyudu, what do you mean? Fair enough. The 8th Ranger then. You going to see the Q&A? I don't know what the Q&A is. If it weren't white, how would we know it's a polar bear? Because he's called Gozyupolar, maybe? I don't know. If it weren't white, how would we know it's a polar bear? I mean, I guess that's why they made it white, is so that it'd be a polar bear. But I suppose you could only really do white, like light blue, grey, anything that maybe is like icy, maybe silver. Garudo is probably going to be the 7th. Well, I'd like to see him come around and have a redemption arc. So I have a prediction for Gozyupolar. So everyone he grabs a Red Ranger ring, it turns into a 6th Ranger ring. That'd be cool if every time he grabbed a Red Ranger ring, it turned into a 6th. I'd like to see some more than just Red Rangers, but I do enjoy it. Any Garudo theories? Not from me necessarily. I do think that there will be some sort of redemption arc. I also think obviously the scar on his back is the reason why he is maybe staying in the No One world and is evil Because there's also a theory that he isn't Hitsumitsu, and Hitsumitsu is kidnapped somewhere, and he's pretending to be Hitsumitsu, but that's why he's like, but call me Quan. But in the event that he is actually Hitsumitsu and he is Hoharu's brother, I think that scar is the reason why he's evil, for sure. Which we saw in episode 9, and we're about to hit episode 15, and it's been 5 episodes, and we still haven't heard nothing about it. So I don't understand. I don't know where that's going, but I'm sure we'll find out at some point. This is our 3rd year in a row without a gold or silver, and I love that, because I love a gold and I love a silver, but back to back, it gets boring. And I like that we had white, and then violet, and we went back to white with some black and cyan. I love it. Yes, King Oja had white, and Boom Boom Joe had purple. Yeah, exactly. What do you reckon the personality is going to be like when they come along? Well, it looks like they're going to be like a boxer or like a martial artist, because they've got like, because Goodburn, I think it's called, is like a fist rather than like a flat sword. But then also, they've got like physically a black belt, like the Goju belt, that goes into like little black, like tassel kind of things to make it look like a karate black belt. And then there's like a photo of him with like a jacket over the top of him as well, which is like a sort of like boxing jacket. So I think he could be like this really overconfident, like kind of cocky, like sort of, fists first, talk later type of guy. Or they could flip it on the head and he could be like the shyest guy ever. That is just like a sort of dark horse and is like a really good fighter in sort of, in after fact of that. It's not out. Okay, that's fair enough. Yeah, Dion.memes. Definitely check it out on Instagram. Ooh. I can't send picture or video on Instagram, even though I am following you. I don't know what to tell you then. Can you tweet it to me on Twitter? The handle's the same. Maybe if you can tweet it at me. Do you think the Rin Hunter will turn good and become an extra hero? I'd love that if he did. And if not, then he'll definitely, like, if anything, have some sort of redemption arc, join them for like one battle and then be like, okay, and now I'm gone. And here is all the rings for you to have. I reckon one person will, and it'll likely be Hoharu, who would have to like defeat him in order to gain all his rings. Oh, the chat's popping off tonight, and I'm not complaining at all, but I am going to scroll back up. Have you heard the rumour about Goryudo and Tega June power up? I haven't. What's that rumour? I've heard a rumour that Goodburn is Tega June's son, and then as a result, like, there's going to be conflict there, because obviously Goodburn is presumably going to be a good guy, and then, which, I mean, his name is Goodburn, and then Tega June's obviously evil, so there might be a clash there. You added a Q&A thing to your chat. I did, but is that... that's just for you to answer in the chat. I've lost my place now as well. I'm surprised this is only the 3rd Bear Ranger. Yeah, what are the 2? It's Q Ranger and it's Gozyuger. What's the other Bear Ranger? Why am I tripping off the top of my head? Why can't I think of the other Bear Ranger? I imagine it's an older one. I could be very wrong. Presuming it's not Gara Ranger with the Bear Zords, but I mean, that's not a Ranger. My favorite Gozyuger design is Goju Wolf. I love the wolf, and I wanted Wolf to be red, and it's a good design. I don't see anything bad about Wolf design. See, I think it's like the least cool design, but not in the fact that that's bad. It's still a cool design. It just means that all the other designs I think are even cooler. D. Marcel is a legend. Shout out. Some people think Goju Blue and Goju Black have officially gotten the least unmorphed screen time. That might be true. That might be true. Why are you using they/them pronouns for Gozyupolar when it's clearly a male ranger? For 2 reasons. Because 1, we don't have official confirmation. 2, looks mean nothing. And 3, they/them is just a generalized, typically genderless set of pronouns. That is a safe pronouns to use, and there's just they/them pronouns. I personally go by he, him, but if somebody said they/them about me, that's fine, because they're just gender neutral. I wouldn't like Goryudo to become good. It'd be copying the story of Rituals. Yeah, to be fair. Which, if I'm correct, he's the grey from King Oja, right? Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I want to see him be a sick bad guy for a bit longer, to be fair. He's been great so far. I think it'd be cool if there was a base color team with red, black, white, gold, and silver, and blue and yellow being extra rangers. Q Ranger kind of does that, but like in the sense that they've basically got like this big wheel that's like a bingo lottery ball where they chuck the Q timers in and they pick the rangers for the week. And typically, oh, let me see what colors you said. Red, black. Okay, not white. Fair enough. But typically they do red, black, yellow, and then I think gold and silver or green. Nate, my King Order adaptation is called Osama Squad King Ranger. Nice. Isn't that pretty much what it translates to as well? Oh yeah, the stuff isn't out yet. I'm currently editing them right now. They'll be out soon though. No worries. You guys can go to Dion's meme page and see all the other stuff on there already. Lots of good compilations. I feel like we're going to get 4 more extra Rangers with their colours being orange, crimson, gold, and brown. I'd love that. In one of my early Gozyuger videos, which was like 5 things I want to see in Go... Was it 5 things or was it 7 things? I don't know. But one of my things was I want to see more than 6 Rangers. Just because we've had teams where they have 5, and then a 6th and a 7th, or they have 3, then a 4th, a 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th. You know, it happens. And I feel like we haven't had that in a while. So I want that. I want that to be the case. Aberra Killer was so controversial that the government had to intervene and force Toei to redeem him. So no way they're keeping Gozyuger. Well, fair enough. Fair enough. That's a madness of a fact. How you been anyways? I've been good. This week's been a good week. We've come off the back of MCM, which I was already like excited for anyway. I had a bit of like post-con blues. Not even for the con, but just for the people who I was chilling with. But then, just the microphone. 15,000 subs. You know, a guy can't complain. You know, there's other things going on in my life, but we focus on the good shit. So it's been a good week. Gozyuger yellow is a bear. That's true. Yellow bear is hype. I didn't know this info. Oh shit, there's 4 as well because Kaku Ranger yellow is also a bear technically. I know they're ninjas, but all of his Zords are bears. In the same way that Mighty Morphin Season 3 is a bear, because it's the same Zords. So that's technically 4. We got Gozyupolar. We got Kaku Ranger Yellow. We got Gozyuger Yellow. And we've got Q Ranger Cyan. Banger. More bears than we realise. There's probably even more as well that I'm thinking of as well. Supposedly the power-up would be Gozyuger Blood Moon and Tegajun Bride Moon. That'd be cool. Blood Moon would be sick. That sounds like a sick transformation. Goju Bear bottom half looks like nothing like... Goju Bear bottom half looks nothing like Goju Unicorn's bottom half. It's just all black. I think that's why people are making the comparison. Take this with a grain of salt. Power Rangers Dino Supercharged may return to Netflix on July 13th, 2025 in the United States and United Kingdom. That'd be cool. It's on YouTube for free though, so I mean, wouldn't really make a difference. Imagine if we got an extended Cosmic Fury theme song in July. I could imagine. That would be sick. So the Don Brothers is officially the only team to have a brown that lasts more than 1 episode. Okay, cool. I didn't even know Don Brothers had a Brown Ranger. Remember to like the stream, everyone. Elim in the chat, doing my work. What a legend. Yeah, I mean, I've specifically started at 9 today rather than 10, mainly because I had the time. Usually I can't start till about 10, half 10, sometimes even 11 in the past. I wanted to start at 9 so that I can go till about 11, give you guys a 2-hour stream rather than a shorter one. And then I also get time to watch Tokuja and go to bed. So that's chill. So yeah, I mean, yeah, if you want, like the stream, if you're not subscribed, maybe subscribe. I mean, we're 20 subs away from 15,500, which is wild. And also there is a super chat goal in order to get Yu-Gi-Oh on the stream next week. I know people have said they want Yu-Gi-Oh on. And we always do a super chat goal, so I thought, why not just merge them two together? And it is 5 light blue super chats, and D. Marcel has already contributed to one. What a legend. Kyoryuger is right there. What about Kyoryuger? What, as in like the multiple rangers? Because again, that's just such like a unbiased. I know I keep referring to these fuckers in the background. I'll block them out. Unbiased. I just like when there's more rangers. I think it gives a better dynamic, and I like when you can do like sub teams. And it's like, okay, so you've got the main team, but then you've got the team where like green leads, and you've got like silver, gold, and white, and then you've got blue, black, and purple. Or just, you know, I like that concept. I feel like it doesn't get done enough. There is a line in early episodes of Q-Ranger, though, where they're like, why are we picking teams to, like, go out there? And Raptor's like, well, the thing is, the Q-Ranger powers come from this power source, and we can't overpower it. We can all morph at once every now and again, but not all the time. And then Ryu Commander just walks into frame, and he's like, plus budget, and then leaves. And I was like, yeah, I get it. I get it. But I want to see more Rangers in the team. Are you going to do Ben 10 aliens that are white? That's the thing. Shout out to Skylar Patton for keeping up with my Ben 10 shorts. That is a committed viewer. I might do black and white, like as a. The dog's having a mare outside. I've got my window open because it's quite hot, but I've got it covered, so hopefully it's not too loud. I might do black and white because there's not really any that are like It's weird because there are lots that are like black and white with other colors, but it's usually Ben's clothes that like transform into a uniform, right? So I might look at doing black and white together. We'll see. Super chat overruns regular chat. Here is my spare change from commissioning art. What a legend. He's also voting himself into the stream. 3 more. And Yugi Joe, not only do I stream next week, because that's also part of the deal. I won't stream next week otherwise, but well, maybe I'll lie. Maybe I'll do one. But if we want Yugi Joe on the stream, and you're asking me every week as well, so you know. Scrolling back up. I do at some point want Power Rangers Crystal Fury when I have a bit more time. Nice. Definitely do that. I want well, I presume Crystal Fury would be Kira Major, which is a show that I do want to watch. Because apparently it's a shorter show as well, because of COVID and stuff. So maybe it's more doable in terms of a binge watch. Not counting Loopat, we haven't had a team of just 3 for a while since Go Busters. Yeah, that's true. And even Loopat is like a grey area because they're 2 separate teams, but they're still kind of one team. Do you know what I mean? Khaki Ranger Yellow doesn't have anything bear-like in his outfit. That is true. But if we're looking at all the mechs, it's still bear-themed. But you are true. Only counts if the costume theme is bear. Ninja Yellow from Khaki Ranger does not count. Okay, fair enough. That's me being told. I will retract my statement. Where is the best place to not watch Super Sentai series? You do not have to tell us where, but yeah. The best way to do it without Sentai seasons is through Shout Factory, who legally print DVDs in association with Toei. Current shows, the best way to do it is to torrent it. There are websites that I am going to refuse to name drop just because I don't know the reliability of all of them, but torrenting it is the best way to do it. And if you Google it, I promise you, if you Google and you scroll for at least like 2 or 3 pages, I promise you will find the answers. Handshake with you, Marcel. Paying my way in. There are a lot of white aliens, maybe not even 5 white ones in my 10. There are a few. Rip Jaws is kind of white. I did sort of include him in my Green Ranger one, but Rip Jaws is white. I included Way Big in red, but he's kind of white as well. There's a few. I work at summer camp now, so I can make it regularly till that is over. To the streams, nice. That's the big rule with YouTube, you know. As soon as you get to summer, start uploading, because that's when people have time to watch. Have you heard of this fan Power Ranger series called Rail Riders? I have. I've even spoken with the people who do it, not like in deep conversation, but just in passing. We've had like like your channel, like your blah, blah, like they're cool guys. I really like. I haven't seen it. I haven't really watched it. I've watched a couple of episodes of it, but it's quite cool. My phone is blowing up. Bear with. Okay, I'm gonna just slide it onto Do Not Disturb. Loopat was a fantastic series. I still haven't watched it. I watched the first 2 episodes and it was cool, but I didn't proceed with it at that time, but I will at some point. Lupin J, hello, Loopat mentioned, absolutely. It's like you say the word Lupin and it shows up. Kira Major is only 45 episodes, making it the 2nd shortest season. Wait, what? I thought it was like even shorter than that. Is 45 short? I know they go to like 48, 49, 50. But I would have thought there would have been shorter ones than that. That's crazy. Well, I imagine, clearly, is on making it the second shortest. I imagine there's one shorter. How much is that? What's your favorite Sentai morph? I don't know. That's a good one. The Gozyuger one is like the most fun morph, isn't it? Like with the dance and everything. But I like. I don't know. I'm gonna go Gozyuger just because that is, the little buggy is a fun one. Stream 5 of asking you to binge Resha Sentai Tokuja. All I'm saying is, I have to remember his name now. Akari may or may not have shown up. So Rail Riders is supposed to take place in the MPR universe. Oh, okay, cool. Favorite Gozyuger design is definitely Unicorn. Very unique, but Polar definitely clears. Nah, fair enough. I do like Goju Unicorn. Kira Major got cut short because of the pandemic. I remember when we had no superhero time. Yeah, see, I wasn't watching Sentai at that point. That was the year, actually, that I saw Kira Ranger for the first time. But I wasn't, like, actively watching it. And then just through, like, Twitter, through uni, because I started uni in 2021, I'd see, like, Dawn Brothers and Zenkaiger and all these shows pop up. And then 2024 was the year that I decided, or 2023, technically, at the end of, is when I decided, yeah, let's go into Boom Boom Joe. Lupat mentioned the best season besides Tokuja. Fair enough. I think Gozyupolar will have a cameo in episode 15 before fully making his Unmorphed debut in episode 16. I hope he shows up soon. I hope. Episode 15 is this week. Jacka is the shortest official season. Okay, how many episodes is Jacka? Is it just me or is X down? I don't know. Should we have a look? Also, I assume you mean Twitter. You absolute fraud. Yeah, mine's not refreshing, so maybe it is. Maybe Elon finally got caught. Also, have you done a video reacting to all morphs? I haven't, but only because a lot of people have done them. I don't want to, I don't want to oversaturate that. But I may do at some point. Maybe a Patreon exclusive. Because also, I'd worry about copyright strikes. I think SPD and Dino Thunder are top tier shows for me. They are peak shows. Dino Thunder, if you've been on the stream before, you've heard me say it. I'm so used to the laugh now that I'm turning away and I forget now, actually. What was I saying? Yeah, I always say Ninja Storm's my favorite season, but Dino Thunder, I think, just objectively is the best. You can't fault it. I think Kira Major was the first Sentai to have an episode 0. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because Gozyuger had an episode 0. And then the events of episode 0 happened in episode 1 anyway, but differently. So I was like, alright, sick noise. What Super Sentai shows would you recommend watching? I'm a completist when it comes to movies and shows, which is why I've never really watched. I've seen a few episodes of Turbo Ranger, Bioman, and a few episodes of the MMPR and SPD and the Mystic Force counterparts. I'm not the guy to tell you, only because I haven't watched a lot of Sentai. I am enjoying Tokuja so far, so I'd throw that one out there. Obviously, I love Q Ranger, definitely. And Boom Boomja is a solid one. It's probably not one of the best ones in the grand scheme of things. If anything, it's probably my lowest rated one currently out of the 4/ the one full one and the 3 other half ones that I've seen. Gozyuger being one of them because we're still airing. But Boom Boomja was solid as well, so maybe a shout. The only season that is under 40 episodes is Jacket, which is 35 episodes. Okay. It was the second series, and as such is the only season to be cancelled. I see. I'm going to have to talk about Jacket. No, I don't. Never mind. I've got a video coming up, which I thought would have included, but it doesn't. It includes Battle Fever J, though. So that's just a little hint of what it could be, even though it doesn't narrow it down, really. Got complaints from parents for being too violent, shortchanged tones partway through, and only made things worse, sadly. I see. I'm too stubborn to leave Twitter, but I hear it. It is an awful place. But I get to talk to friends on it. That's why I keep it. I call it Twitter, but I get bullied for it. But stand up to them, bro. Don't want to be calling it X. What sort of theme would you want them to do that hasn't been done? I answered this question before, and I liked my answer, and I forgot my answer. I've always thought a music one would be cool, but I remember that wasn't the answer I had, I don't think. That is a good question. I don't know off the top of my head. I did used to have a good answer for this, but I haven't answered in a while. But music related would be kind of fun. or just fantasy in general. They could make another Magic Rangers since Dino, Ninja, and Car Ranger seasons are a lot. Yeah, that's true. So we've had a lot of Dino seasons, a lot of Car seasons, and a lot of Ninja seasons. I'd also be down for another Space season. You know, just saying. I think another Space season would be cool. Because In Space wasn't In Space in Sentai. It was like a VR video game-esque type thing. To my understanding, anyway. Remember when Nick got hijacked in 2009? I don't. D. Marcel watch Live Man. I was watching a big video on Live Man today by Christian Antoine. Shout out. It was a very good video. I didn't finish it though. It's like an hour and a half. I will eventually. Kira Major was underwhelming in my opinion. Rangers were solid and villains were interesting, but I don't know. It didn't feel special compared to the ones I've seen before. Not bad though. That's crazy because I was watching a Marco Satsu video and he was saying that Kira Major's like one of his favorite seasons. I'm pretty sure. Which obviously people can have different opinions and stuff, you know, but that is crazy how you were like, oh, it's boring, and then somebody else's like favorite season. Because there are definitely some seasons out there where people aren't like, this is my favorite season. So that is interesting. What do you think of the Premier Decker Red outfit? Is that the like the big police like armored one? Get back to me on that before I answer because I don't know what. I'll Google it. I'll Google it. I'll stop being lazy. Yeah, the big armored one. I think it is sick. It is gorgeous, and I wish we could get an SPD 10 years later, or 20 years later rather, just so we can get that suit in it. I'm lost again. Good people. We back. Orchestral Sentai Music Oja. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Sorted. Space would be cool. Video games would be cool as well. Definitely. What about a mythology season? Exactly. Yeah, Dawn Brothers was a mythology season. That's true. There are lots of seasons that they could do, and I think that's why they repeat some, because they are cool. Like, dinosaurs are cool. They're overdone at this point, but they are cool. What about a car dinosaur Sentai for next year? Didn't Transformers do that, like, recently? I don't know. I don't think a car... I mean, that's borderline turbo. I know they were done with the dino thing at that point, but you still had Tommy around. Kira Major is a back to basic season. Oh, cool. Boom Boomger apparently is kind of there as well. To a slightly lesser degree, but... Kira Major is the Sentai formula, but works. Yeah, there we go, exactly. Dawn Brothers is the only Japanese folklore mixed with VR, though, right? Question mark. That's a question for you, chap, because I don't know. Kira Major is meant to be similar to the Showa era, from what I hear. Isn't it the first one of the Reiwa era as well? That is kind of funny how it's like the first one of the Reiwa era, and they're like, okay, and we're going to make this like the Showa era. Well, as someone who has seen all of the Showa and some of Kira Major, I can totally see it. Has anybody in this chat ever watched every single Sentai season front to back? That's my question. Because everybody I meet, there always seems to be, even if they've watched a lot, there's always like 2 or 3 that they've never watched. Has anybody in the chat watched every single one? And no lying. No J. Cartwrights, please. Answer truthfully. There's this guy on YouTube who goes by the name of Tokyo Animation New Network that has done reviews for every Sentai season. I've been watching his reviews. They're quite good. Nice. I've never heard of that person, but I should definitely check him out. I hate those movie news websites. They always get excited about Power Rangers just for nothing to happen. 2020, Nickelodeon 3 Anthology, DVD, DTV, Power Rangers animated movie, Netflix movie. Yeah, I mean, they're all just scoops. Do you know what I mean? They're all just info and, like, nothing. It's all meant to be taken with a grain of salt because things do get cancelled. The trouble is people report on things when they're in the works and the works fall through. So, you know. Kira Major's head writer was, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name because I will fail miserably, who also was the head writer of Arbor Ranger, Deca Ranger, and Gokaiger. Nice. And they're peak seasons I've viewed. Damn, really? I'm surprised because I loved the character working Gokaiger, but in Kira Major it felt kind of meh, besides Takamichi. He felt great. Is Takamichi Kirame Silva? I feel like I recognize the name. Ross Shearer has, okay. Axel hasn't. Joel hasn't. I've seen like 37 in total. That is a lot, to be fair, but not all of them. That's the thing. It's a lot of shows, and I imagine some are boring and some are great. But I know someone who does. I see. I've only seen Gokaiger, Tokyuja, Zyuohger, Q Ranger, Lupin, and Kira Major. Plan to watch all post Gokaiger season. But okay, that's cool. That seems like a good shout. I've seen people do like they watch from everything that's in like 720p, like the ones that became widescreen, just so they have like something to follow over the years, and then they go back. I don't really see eye to eye with his reviews, but they're useful. Okay, cool. I imagine that's the big TV network guy that was mentioned earlier. I've currently seen Go Ranger and everything up until Gingaman, which I'm very currently in the middle of watching every season in order. Nice, that's a cool way to do it. Oh, Takamichi is Comrade of Ram's actor. Oh, okay, cool. Blast of Force in the chat, bro. It would take over a month of non-stop watching to finish every Sentai season, not including movies. Do you know what's crazy? We worked out once that there was a potential of me and somebody else, which I won't say, just in case it happens, just in case it doesn't happen, just watching an entire Sentai season from start to finish in one live stream, and it would take like 16 hours of no breaks, which is obviously wild. To do that with 50 seasons and movies, you'd take a minute. You'd take a fat minute. But yeah, that is wild. Takamichi is Kirame Silva. Nice. So I did get it right. Banger. What's your favorite Dino Charge Ranger? Coda. It's gotta be Coda. Which Blast of Force snatched from me in the review, but it's fine because I did let him choose, and he chose wisely. But yeah, I love Coda and Miss Morgan. There's lots of cool ones, but Coda. If I could draw and do animation, oh, I'm losing. And now my mouse isn't working. My mouse has just decided to stop working. Has it unplugged? Bear with me, guys. I lost the chat, and then there we go. What was I reading? Oh, I've lost my audio now as well. That's fine. I wasn't really using them anyway. What was I reading? If I could only draw and do animation, I would make my adaptation of Sentai or Power Rangers, and name would be Mythic Spirits. Nice. Yeah, I mean, with animation you can do a lot, can't you? I wish I could draw and animate. I mean, I respect that everyone will have their own opinions when it comes to shows, absolutely. Blast of Force, you're telling me there's a chance? 22 seasons. Oh, is that yeah, from Go Ranger to Gingaman? That's wild. How long has that taken you? 22 seasons. And how frequently do you watch? Something curious is that Kirame Red is the last chapter of Kiramager. In the last chapter of Kiramager, drew the Zenkaiju team in addition to being one of the few Reds who gets a girlfriend. Nice. I always like it when you see like the next team in the current season. I wish they did more of that. I've seen everything when it comes to Power Rangers though. All 30 seasons. Yeah, same. That's a lot easier to watch, especially when you've probably watched some as a kid as well. Foul plays back in the chat. Yo, watch basically everything from Gokaiger up except Go Busters. But I'm watching Shinkenger. Why did you skip Go Busters? Was there a particular reason for that? And how are you enjoying Shinkenger? Not how are you enjoying it, but like are you enjoying it? How is it? So apparently every Sentai series takes place in their own different universe. It's weird. Like, yes, but no. Like, they still cross over without any reference of universe jumping. But, like, stuff can happen. Like, in Zyuohger, when the blocks come to the real world, they're not in any other season. So, I mean, you know, it makes sense. You could do that in a weekend. What? All of Sentai? Or all of Power Rangers? Yeah, I apologize. I'm trying to catch up with all the chats because they're coming in quick, but then there's people referencing other people, and then I'm like, oh. Gokaiger Universe just has every season in existence. Yeah. Miss Morgan is my favorite Dino Charge Ranger 2, not including Heckle. Oh yeah, Heckle's sick as well. But I always think of him as Cosmic Fury because that's when he showed up. Congrats on getting the mic back. Thank you. Oh, bro, you have no. It's made me so happy. It is like if this week wasn't chill anyway, I was like, this is a good week. Oh, Do you all prefer the movies to be extra or essential watching? I know this is for Sentai fans. Obviously, you answered Tina Latuna's question. Do you prefer the movies to be extra watch or essential watch? I always prefer it to be extra because then it's like Boom Boom Joe wasn't extra, it was essential. Every single thing in it was extra except for one thing, which they brought up in like the last 2 episodes. And obviously it's harder to watch that when it's airing live and you can't get it till after the episodes are finished. Skip because a friend wants to watch it with me. Okay, fair enough. To me, it takes longer to watch Sentai because it demands 100% of your attention as an English speaker, unlike Power Rangers, which you can kind of listen to in the background. Factual, and that is my stance. That always has been my stance, and that's why I haven't watched more seasons. Like I said, I started this early so I can come off at about 11 p.m. and watch about an hour of Gozyuger before I go to bed. Just because I've got to sit there and read it. And that's fine. I enjoy doing it. And I enjoy subtitle stuff over dubbed stuff anyway. But you do have to have all your attention to it. Whereas a Power Ranger show I can put on while I'm working and it'll be fine. I love that you're reading and answering every question. Most YouTubers ignore their viewers. I'm trying to read every question. Thank you very much for that appreciation. I've never seen the chat move so quick, so I'm trying. And I'm not most YouTubers. I'm sick. No, I'm barely a YouTuber. Yeah, I try and do these streams more often if I could, which is what I feel like a true YouTuber would do. But yeah, but thank you for the appreciation. I do try and read everybody's things. I mean, we started at a point where obviously like there was like 4 people in the chat. I know there's currently 20. It keeps flickering, but there's a lot of people, which I appreciate. Thank you guys very much. Like I said, I want to do these more. It's just about finding the time and finding, like, making sure I've done enough work in a day and doing X, Y, Z, which is why I like to schedule these in advance, because then I'm like, right, I know I have to finish at a certain point because I'm streaming. So yeah. And remember, if you want to stream next week and you want it with Yugi Joe, we need 3 more of the super chats. And as you've seen, I will prioritize the super chat. So if I lose your chat or your question, then a super chat is a sure way to get it up. Apparently, one of the animated anthology films based on Dino Charge was finished but never released. It was to be released by Paramount Pictures, Home Entertainment, and Netflix. Fair enough. I didn't even know they were doing that. I was thinking that you could make a video about hidden details of stuff in Power Rangers from Sentai, like monsters with safe in them from New Power Rangers. I kind of did a short about that. Like, it was like Cosmic Fury adapting Q Ranger, but then also the other like people they brought in, like Madame Noir and different monsters from like Gozyuger and stuff. Gamerboy64 says in regards to when he started the Go Ranger Dingaman watch, started in June or July of last year, and eventually I started watching Kamen Rider on the side, so I jumped between the two whilst watching, but I'd say it's been nice. So you've done 22 seasons in under a year, which is wild, plus Kamen Rider. I respect that heavily. I wish I had the time to do that, and the patience, I suppose. That sounds awesome. I want to do that. Definitely helped when watching the seasons that felt slower. Yeah, that's fair enough. Are you excited for the Gav movie? There'll probably be a cameo from the next rider in it. That'd be cool. When's it come out? When's it drop? Because like it'll release in Japan and then we'll have to wait a long time until we can see it. Did you know that Saban once sued a game inspired by Super Sentai and forced its creators to pay royalties? But it was based on Power Rangers. Is that Chroma Squad? I think I've heard like whispers of that type of stuff. It was based off Sentai anyway, from what I remember. Yeah, likely. So if Gozyuger had a Power Rangers adaptation, do you think they're going to do the same thing Megaforce did and just keep the Sentai only Rangers with no explanation? Probably that's what they'd do if they did that. It's a shame Cosmic Fury never got figures. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Gav movie releases in late July in Japan, or like for us as like a, because I imagine we'll have to wait for it to come out on like a Blu-ray first or DVD. That's cool though, and I think I'm caught up. I think that's the last comment at the bottom, so I'm caught up. So hopefully I can see everybody's now. That's a fat. Hopefully, I might also open this blanket in a minute because I'm getting very warm. But I also want people to see inside while I've got lights blaring at me. So disappointed in Cosmic Fury in terms of number of episodes. Yeah, I wish it was more than just 10. But It is what it is. In Japan, my bad. It's fine, but I was only asking. No need to feel bad. It's chill. Yeah, no, I'll definitely watch it. Like I said, I can't really. I'm a bit scared to do videos on the movies now after Foul Plays telling me that he had a strike for probably November, December for us. Okay, so we will already be with Zets then by that time, if Zets is actually the next one. I think Cosmic Fury should have used the Kira Major suits. I don't. I think they should have used Kira Ranger suits. But yeah, that would have been cool. Tino the Tuner, you should listen to the Lupin Ranger Henshin theme. And then I don't know what S plus means, but thank you, good sir. Why is it? It's not letting me heart your guys' chats. And I don't like it. I want to show the love in more ways than just one. But yeah, absolute win for Tino the Tuner. You put a Q&A on the stream chat. I did. And it was the question is, which Gozyuger design is your favorite? Although that sounds like my head again. Do you want to get rid of the Q&A? Is it having issues? There we go. It's gone. But people have answered the question anyway. Okay, I'm gonna try and stop. ST Sentai music. I was gonna I'd do it now, but I don't want to get copyright struck. I don't want beef. I answered like 4 things. It didn't show me a separate chat, so if you answered it, would have just come up in the main chat. And there is a lot of shit. Sometimes you can open like what did we do the other night? We did something the other night where we opened like a separate chat for something. 5.5 soon. 10 subs, which is wild because we only did 50. Well, not 5.5, 15.5. So we only did 15 2 nights ago. Crazy shit. There's something I've been thinking about in Ninja Steel where Brody is living during Ninja Steel season since he had no parents. Yeah, maybe he was just living in the base. Maybe Mick was living there too because we don't know where Mick was. That also means Zet should be revealed in about a month from now. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. This is the thing. Kamen Rider Gav was my first Kamen Rider show. And I've done like 5 videos on it, but I didn't keep consistent. I kind of want to go into Zets with a bit more consistency in videos, but it just depends on whether I enjoy it. And I do enjoy Gav, but I fell behind a bit and then I had to catch up. And I even said to Yu-Gi-Oh! The other day, I low-key want to purposely fall behind because I just remember those evenings when I'd watch like 4 episodes of Gav in an evening. It was just really fun. But I'll try and step to it. I'll try and step to it. Did you see my chat about November, December? Is that when you said the movie's coming out, the Gav one? I really want to extend the Cosmic Fury theme song if it happens. When will it come out? I don't think it's going to happen, unfortunately, just because I think they did Cosmic Fury as like a write-off type show, and then I don't think they're going to go back to it. There's 12 Rangers and Dino Fury only had 6. Exactly. Or Cosmic Fury, rather. I mean, technically they had 7, but never at the same time. Are you going to watch Zets? I am going to watch Zets, for sure. Hopefully it's good. Gozyupolar is absolutely amazing. I love their costume. Hope the character arc will be as good. I hope so, too. I really hope that we get a good character out of him, because he looks sick, and it'd be such a waste if we didn't. I'm so excited, but I'm nervous because I love Gav, but haven't had any Gav Final Form video from you in so long. I imagine you're still talking to Foul Plays on that one. Yeah, I do love Gav, though. I found it hard to do Gav content as it's airing since it's so fast-paced compared to Gotchard and Geats. Fair enough. That is a shout. And I mean, I didn't even keep up with Gav content, so, you know. I don't know what the consensus on Decade is, but I tried to get into Kamen Rider by Decade, and I couldn't. Genuinely, it was so lost by halfway through. Thought it would be like Gokaiger, but it was disappointment. That's wild, because I know people love Decade, which is crazy. Isn't there a rumor that Zeets is going to be Decade? Or, like, similar? I think I might watch Zets. Definitely do so. Definitely do so. If that's even how you pronounce it as well. I think that's what we've all just sort of, like, come to the conclusion of. I think Z's was also an option. Power Rangers could make same thing as Gozyugers to bring old actors, alternative timelines back. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. Do you want Gozyupolar to be antagonistic or chill? I don't know. I think antagonistic is always like the vibe. So maybe he's just quite chill. I'd like it if he was quite shy. I think that'd be quite cool. I'm going to head out now. I'm going out with the boys tonight. See you next stream. D Marcel, have an amazing night, brother. And I will see you next stream. Have a good one. Stay safe. Nah, Nate, you just read that wrong. I was moaning about you not doing enough Gav content. That's the thing. I fell behind and then obviously didn't do the content whilst I was falling behind. Maybe I'll do a video when Gav ends, I think. I'll just do a big sort of, you know, I'll rank the suits again. And then I'll also, oh my god, my head's sticking up. And then I'll just do a thoughts on the show type of video. Team of the Tune of the Decade is one season where it helps to watch the previous 10 seasons. See, and that's a banger and a curse at the same time. I'd say try out any of the seasons prior to Decade if you want to get into it, since it's a much shorter anniversary season. I couldn't get behind Tsukasa, I imagine, isn't it? That's how you pronounce it. As a character, he doesn't seem to have one besides being a cool guy. I quit before the Den-O movie. Fair enough. Ooh, toning down the swearing. I understand I do swear a lot, but if we get a bunch of swear words in the chat, especially harder ones like the F word, then the stream can get demonetized, which is why I'm sure Joel is sifting through the comments. just a heads up. Do you have Discord? I do have Discord, but I only use it. I'm borderline employed by somebody that uses Discord, and I need to use Discord to speak to that person. Other than that, I don't use Discord. Everybody DMs me on Discord, and then they're like, why didn't you answer me? And I'm like, because Discord is closed 95% of the time until I get a message saying, check Discord. But if anybody wants to share their Discords with Predator King, then go for it. Maybe you guys can start chatting about Tokusatsu. I'm thinking of trying Rider again with 01. I don't have time. I don't have time to have all of Heisei Part 1. Yeah, that's fair enough. Oh, yeah, that's true as well. I said earlier that even though Kira Major was like the Showa era, but it's funny that it's the start of the Reiwa era, even though they just come off the Showa era. That was wrong. It was the Heisei era in the middle, wasn't it? I've also just, I don't know what I'm allowed to say. I've just been editing a video that is episode 10 of Gozyuger, but not for myself. So all I've got on the mind is Showa era, because that's what that episode's about the Showa number 1 and Zubat and yeah. Gozyupolar has a clean design and sounds like a very sick character from the leaks. He does. I just hope he's good. And I hope he doesn't mess too much with the dynamic of the team, because I'm enjoying the team's like vibe so far. I know they're not really all besties yet, but I hope he just like adds and complements nicely rather than like puts a spanner in the works. Man, you need to watch Den-O. It's actually good and hilarious. Sounds banging. I think I made the decision that Geats is going to be the one that I watch when I start watching more Rider, and then maybe I do Den-O after that. I haven't seen all of it, but 01 seems like a very interesting take on AI, especially with the economy today. Also, with it being the first of the Reiwa, it's a good start. Cool. Lots of Kamen Rider chat. I do enjoy it. I do, like I said, I want to get into Kamen Rider more. I want to do Geats. Maybe, and then, like I said, maybe I'll do 01. And I want to watch like classic as well, like the first Kamen Rider, just to get a feel for like the history of it. Which is why I want to watch Go Ranger as well eventually. It would be cool if he was a bit of a pain to the others. That's the thing, but I'm thinking if he's like quite shy and quite like sort of like nervous, then he can just accidentally kind of be like a pain to the, you know what I mean? Just like, oh, we've got to drag him with us, or we've got to do this, or like whatever. And then maybe when he henshins, he gets this boost of confidence and he's like sick. Maybe that'd be a cool idea for just a ranger in general, like a really shy person, but like the adrenaline of the henshin is like, you know, maybe that's the sort of the sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Like niche to him, that he switches up personalities when he henshins. I'll imagine maybe there's already one like that. I don't know. I finished Decade at some point because I want to watch the crossover, and he's always in those. Fair enough. I have you that he's everywhere. How many Sentai have them turned into them? How many Sentais have them turn into their Megazords. That said, they killed 2 Sentai teams in Megazord War last in Gozyuger so far. We've only had Gao King and Daijujin so far. I'm surprised we didn't get the Car Ranger mech. Maybe we still have an opportunity for it, but obviously Shoko's gone now, or at least for now, and the ring is in Ryugi's hands. Read my name, that's the rider you should do. Kamen Rider O's. I wish that Hoeru got the Jacko ring and not the Ninja one to fit with the Showa era theme. Not that it's bad. Yeah, I get it, but the Ninja one was cool because that meant we could do the 5 Tega swords, which I thought was an awesome scene. It will never happen, but I would love for Kotaro's actor in Gozyupolar. Okay, cool. Well, they are doing like past actors. I know the Gojujas aren't past actors, but I know that is a thing we're doing. I don't really understand the no ones. Can you explain what their goal is? So their goal is... Let me try and get this right. So they can't enter the real world because they're not pure and perfect. And even though humans aren't, that's why they find a human that has a similar wish to them and they latch onto them like a parasite so they can go in the world. And the no ones basically just want to be able to take over the human realm as well. With that... no one will Boraiden, who is Tegajun, Fire Candle, Bouquet, Quan at this point. They're all... That's like a wedding company. And Tegajun's goal is to get married. That's her wish. So she wants to get married, presumably to Tegasword, but we don't know this yet. And that's just kind of the goal. Maybe I missed some points. Maybe some people can add to that or correct me. But I think that's what we've kind of got so far. Maybe there's like a bit that I've missed that kind of adds to it. No spoilers, but it sounds like this chat wants Gozyupolar to give Joe the world vibes. Maybe. That was a dark story though, wasn't it? Like 3 Jewmen just being slaughtered in order to give him his powers. I really hope we see someone use the transformation for Jacka and takes as long as someone actually did. That'd be cool if they got the ring and like it was like a machine had to come over that they had to sit in and like close up. That'd be funny. They destroyed my god Tokyo. I know, which is weird because they just had Tokyo back for Boom Boomja and they technically destroyed Bundario as well, which is hilariously not funny because we had just got him back at the end of Boom Boomja. Maybe Gozyupolar could use a pickaxe or a drill because of the ice thing. That'd be cool. I think so. He's got a good burn, but then I think he's got like a wolf boxing glove as well. So he's kind of got 2 gloves, and it's like the shape of a not a wolf, yeah, a polar bear. Sorry, like a polar bear glove. Yeah, I love that we got 5 Tega swords. More of a small personal thing for me. Yeah, no, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Got to go now. Thanks for the stream, Ross. Thank you as always for being here. Absolute legend. I liked the beginning and the end of Miseo's arc, but the time in between felt dragged. But to be honest, a lot of people like it. Okay, the no one's goal sounds very complex, but thanks for explaining. Like I said, I might not be completely accurate, but that's just the vibe we're getting so far. SpongeBob SquarePants has returned to the chat. If they don't introduce a mecha combining all Tega swords, I would not mind. I want to see all the Tega swords combined, even if it's just like Deca Claw and like all the other weapons, because obviously it's their weapons that grow and become part of the mechs. So just get all of them on one Tega sword, or get all of them to combine separately to a Tega sword. I think would be quite cool. We've already seen Tega Sword Blue Deca Claw, so we've seen it kind of happen. We've seen it start to occur, but not in full yet. There's a 2024 Tokusatsu show that's based on an 80s anime, both called Wingman. Nice. I've not done a video on that, I can assure you. Do a Google. Oh, I have seen this guy. I've not watched it still, but I've seen this guy. He's like a mix of Nightwing and the Dragonfly from superhero movie. What if Gozyupolar Zord uses a giant pickaxe and drill as a weapon? That's a possibility. If the Zord uses it. From what I've heard, it's nearly impossible to do with toys unless you work some magic combining all Gojuju weapons. Fair enough. Maybe there's a re-release in there. Who knows? Wingman is so good. Maybe that's a video I do. Maybe that's a Power Ranger rip. Well, I know it's not a Power Ranger rip off, but like, you know, under that sort of umbrella. Absolute banger. I've got a couple of those videos planned out, like the sort of the weird blank Power Ranger show or the weird blank Super Sentai show, which is obviously just unofficial. Well, they're not unofficial, but like, you know, non-Super Sentai, not Power Rangers tokusatsu shows. There's a few out there, you know. There is a few out there. We've got an hour and 40 left on the Super Chat goal, and I'm only going to be here for another 45 minutes to an hour. So we need 2 more of the Light Blue Super Chats for another stream next week with Yugi Joe. It's done by Toei as well, so it's quality. Oh, nice. Okay, that's cool. Unicorn have drill already. Swax would be better for Gozyupolar. Absolutely. What would you think which animal a purple Gozyuger would be? I don't know. What purple animals haven't we had yet? We've had a dragon. We've had a bird, kind of. It was Duo Eagle and Duo Bird combined. Have we had any other purple animal-based rangers? I think any other purple rangers hasn't had an animal theme. Maybe a tiger, a purple tiger, or like a water-themed animal. We haven't had one of them. Purple whale, purple shark. Purple shark would be cool. What are your predictions for the next Goju Rangers after Polar? Well, I don't think there's going to be any. Unfortunately, I'd love there to be, and we don't actually know for a fact, but I'd love there to be a purple. I'd love an orange. I don't really want a gold or silver, if truth be told, but a purple or orange would be sick. And maybe a pink, because I know black is kind of the pink, but maybe a pink would be cool. My friend is creating a 10-episode reboot of Ben 10 that goes back to the roots of the original and is basically a shot-for-shot remake. Show him some love if you can. If any Ben 10 fans want to see a Ben 10 fan film reboot, then go ahead. Purple Piggy, that'd be cool. Or like a big, well, yeah, just like Bulks, like Dino Pig from the comics. Purple Wolf. We've got a wolf though. Is the thing. We've got Goju Wolf. It's gonna have 2 Goju Wolves. Geki Violet was, yeah, that's true. Geki Violet was a wolf. A walrus themed ranger would be cool. Tusk daggers, that would be cool. It's just Kevin Smith's tusk. Black Panther theme as purple Gojuger. So just Purple Panther then. That'd be sick. That'd be sick because Black Panther has a lot of purple as its like secondary accented color, doesn't it? Duo Eagle and Condor fused make a purple. Exactly. Oh yeah, and it's Condor. There's Duo Eagle and Duo Condor. And is that what makes Duo Bird then? Is Duo Bird the purple one? Because I know Duo Bird's a thing, isn't it? Goju Tiger sounds amazing. Yeah. Thoughts on Mystic Knights? I've no thoughts on Mystic Knights. Is that the Mystic Knights of Tunanog? Is that what that is? Oh, you know when you try and Google something and it just starts adding something to pre-existing. Yeah, I've never actually seen Mystic Knights of Tunanog. I was considering doing it for a video, which is in the same respect as this knockoff Power Rangers show, but then I found out everyone's done a Power Rangers rip-off show about Mystic Knights, so I thought I'd give it a miss. Maybe I'll watch it at some point. The fact there hasn't been a Black Panther is criminal, especially since Vol Panther, famously not based on Panther, exists. It'd be cool. I'd love it. Black Condor from Jetman. Nice. If you had to pick animals for any of the Goju Ranger ideas you just said, what would they have to be, but we pick the weapons? I'd go with Purple Shark. I think Purple Shark has some legs to it. Purple Shark, and if we had a pink one, maybe a pink tiger. I think that'd be cool. Disney owns Power Rangers now, right? Are there any new information? Disney doesn't own Power Rangers. Hasbro still owns Power Rangers, but Hasbro want to make a show that Disney will help fund / distribute. So Hasbro still owns them. But if it's anything like the rumors of the Paramount deal, then Hasbro will want to do that show, and then if it does well, then they maybe will sell to Disney. Oh, Duo Bird is an extra ranger. Duo Condor is some weird movie thing. I see. It's an interesting series, to be honest. Something I didn't think they would do. Sharks don't have legs. Why do sharks need legs to be... We've had shark rangers. What? What have I missed? Did the person not say with legs? If you had to pick animals for any Goju Ranger ideas, you said, what would they have? But we picked the weapons. Why do sharks need legs to be a ranger adaptation? We've had shark rangers and dolphin rangers before. So basically, you want brain rot shark, but purple. Basically, you want brain rot shark, but in purple as a ranger. I don't know what brain rot shark is, but yes, I want that. I want a purple shark. And a pink tiger. Purple shark, pink tiger, and an orange insect. Because why not? Let's bring back King Oja and give him it to an orange character. Yeah. That's my picks. Purple shark, or violet shark, pink tiger, and orange bug. You said purple shark has legs, you fool. Right, what you've done there then is you've picked something that I've said in complete passing as a normal sentence. You've expected me to understand the joke, and in respect of what we said earlier about the chat, boo you in favour of me not saying the F word, even though I've probably said it about 14 times today already. We've had stranger colours, so why not? There's been some crazy colours. Is there a colour that hasn't ever been used? That isn't like, you know, magenta, even though we've had various shades of purple and various shades of pink. Is there a colour that we've ever not had? Brown, I guess, but they kind of still had one. Here are my Goju Ranger picks for colours. The weapons, a pink pig with an axe, a purple shark with a shotgun, and orange tiger with a sword. Nice. Pink pig's a good one, I suppose, as well. Jaws are back in the chat. That's 2 streams running now. What a queen. Just sat up, tuning into Film Foam Studios. Yes, I have done that. I have. Is there a Sentai series you've watched and gone, this is shit, but everyone else loves it? Not yet. I am enjoying Tokyo just so far. And I've not seemed to watch... I watched like the first 15 episodes of Jew Ranger and thought that was a load of shit. And everybody loves that. And maybe I just needed to give it more time. But I was bored. So maybe that counts. I don't know what other people's opinions on Jew Ranger. We need a Brown Ranger, we do. Brown was in Rio Soul. That's the thing, Brown was in Rio Soul, but he wasn't like... He was a Ranger, but he was like an armoured guy. I'm talking like a spandex official Ranger, that is Brown. Chinken Brown is real in my heart. Isn't that just a guy in it like a... I mean, they're all guys in suits, but, you know. Brown would definitely be a Beetle. That'd be a shout. We had a Brown Knot, though, in Don Brothers. I want more Dino Charge. It's my favourite season. We've just done what is almost the biggest video on the channel is a Dino Charge video, which is crazy. I think it needs like another 20,000 views to be the biggest, which is a huge ask, because any video, if I publish a video tomorrow and it gets 20,000 views, that is an insanely well-received video in my eyes. So to say it just needs 20,000 is wild, and I don't actually mean that. But what I do mean is, in the scale of what it's already done, if it gets another 20k, then it's officially the biggest video I've ever made, which is wild. If you don't include videos I've worked on for other people, which always go into the millions. And I'm like, fuck you. Even though I just said I wasn't going to say that word. And that's a joke as well, obviously. Not seen Jew Ranger, but heard it's boring. It just is. I wanted to finish it as well, just for like the sort of potential like content it opens up of like Power Rangers versus Jew Ranger type of stuff. But I was like, it's just boring. I'll go back one day. Jetman and Die Ranger are overhyped in my personal opinion. Jetman and Die Ranger I know people love as well. So that's fair enough. Aberray Pink is pink, but you would add axe. That's fair. Well, Aberray Pink is weird, isn't it? Because it's like, it was used in Gokaija, and it's just somebody with like a helmet and like a suit. Jew Ranger, even Japanese fans don't know why everybody likes it. It is probably just it's like Mighty Morphin thing. Oh, it is Mighty Morphin. Jew Ranger is, to put it nicely, very basic. Yeah, there wasn't a lot to it. You can have a few swears in stream and be okay. I know I've done streams in the past where I've done much more. But I know that if they're in the chat a lot, it's an issue. So I want to stop doing it so it doesn't encourage the chat. But I mean, Joel's there anyway to just block it out. Brown cock? Yeah, brown cock. Brown crocodile ranger. Although a brown chicken, or just a chicken ranger in general, get Kez a henshin going. Do you know that Go on Gold is a chicken in Japan? Are they? I can't even remember what those Zords were anyway. Silver's like a shark, isn't it? To be fair, that looks like a chicken. I didn't really clock onto that beforehand. I will say Duranger's mechas are fabulous, and the first huge change since Live Man. I mean, yeah, Daijugen, Dino Megazord is peak. Especially that gold and black version we just had. Absolute banger. But it doesn't have a lot else going for you, that's fair. No, I mean, like, more Dino Charge episodes, or, like, that some use... Yeah, oh, yeah, I'd love, like 10-year later films. This year is literally 10 years since Dino Charge first aired. So, I'd love updates on all of these shows. Brown Hen Ranger kind of slaps, exactly. Go on Green is a shark. Is Keza doing anything currently? She might be. Working, probably. That woman works herself to the bone in a highly respectable way. They say it's chicken in RPM. That's fair enough. I didn't really remember that, to be fair. Wait, what's Silver's then in RPM? How do you think Power Rangers will be in terms of suits when you compare Cosmic Fury and Titanium Ranger? I mean, they're good original suits. Cosmic Fury are meh. I mean, the Titanium Ranger suit is really good for an American exclusive. Black and gold is where it's at, absolutely. Gold and blue looks cool on some of the suits, but the black and gold suits always look the best. Go on blue is a hippo, and go on red is a condor. Nice. It's finally great to see a toy gimmick in the form of simple recolor finally being in the show. I know, well, they've done black and gold Daijujins and Dino Megazords for years, haven't they? And then finally they were just like, okay, let's put them in the show. I didn't even realize we had gone up this far in subs. 2 away to 15.5 is ridiculous. I don't know why I waited to do that. That's wild. I haven't been paying attention. I thought we still had like 20 to go. So thank you. Even though I would like to think all of you guys are subscribed anyway. Didn't know that it was 10 years ago. But now they said, yeah, it was 2015. Because Megaforce was 2013 for the anniversary. Super Megaforce was 2014 because it was a year late. And then Dino Charge was 2015. And then 2016 for Dino Supercharge. Blue is lion, silver is tiger. Nice. C24 Wood SD. Absolute legend for that information. I will. This is the thing. I want to watch through Power Rangers again just to update my knowledge for my own videos, because I feel like I can rewatch shows, forget things about them, watch them, and then have video ideas. But then I've got to rewatch Power Rangers. I've got to watch Super Sentai, and I've got to watch Kamen Rider, and I'm like, I don't have the time to do all of that. And you know, I don't want to be like, okay, use a Q Ranger video now, and then use like RPM video in the year 2035 when I have 16.1 thousand. Because with any luck, we're going to slow down anytime soon. Getting close, my appearance relies on you. Love the Q Rangers in the background, thank you. I got them very recently. They arrived when I was in MCM, so I came home for MCM, and the first thing I did was unbox them. Absolutely love them. My little dudes. They watch over me as I edit. And Kate King. I also got, in addition, the Boone Red from Psycho from MCM, and I've put Gav up next to him as well. Just so he's got company. If we got anniversary anything for the Power Rangers season, the Mighty Morphin, I'd give Hasbro $3. I'd love anything. An in space anniversary would be sick. SBD would of course be a banger. So when are you going to add some trains to that collection? I've been thinking about it. I played with some, let me see if, right, if I open my reaction screen, where is it going to open to? Bear with. This is going to be put in a video in the future, but I'm going to spoil it / tease it for now. Is this the right one? Thanks to a lovely guy in MCM, who I believe is called Maestro, and I tried to get his Instagram, and apparently he doesn't have one. There we go. I got to play with a Toki Changer. I had no idea how to use it, but I got to have a bit of fun. We go up, train goes in, which I know I messed up a bunch, and then we go out. And that was a fun little toy, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know if it was like the DX one or the like Memorial one, but it felt quite hefty, and the train felt quite heavy, so I feel like it was the Memorial one. But yeah, this is me chilling, pretending I'm Toki Ichigo. And I don't know why I picked red. He gave me the option of all the trains, and I just decided, yep, red's the one I want. So there we go. Hope that was insightful. A win-win 15th. Hey, and I didn't even notice that. I was too busy looking at Gozyuger things. Thank you. 15.5. Absolute legends. Let's go 15.5. Thank you. He uses Discord. That's it. Fair enough. Fair enough. UT Chauffeur has said Keds' name 3 times. I don't think she's Beetlejuice. I don't think she'll appear. But never count it out. There's only a DX one. Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, it was a DX one. That's a good toy, then. That's a good toy. It had some weight to it. It is a nice morpher. It was very cool. What do you think of Dragon Red Ranger, but with wings going from the back to you for flying, and then it could cover over you like Darama's have from Super Mega Force, but no sleeves. A Dragon Ranger would be cool. Isn't the Red Dye Ranger a Dragon-themed Ranger? You got to go on the VIP part of MCM. I got to go to the creator section, which was that little balcony that you saw. 16 closer and closer. Congrats. Thank you very much. I don't know when we'll get to it. I think it's weird because I value 15.5. I value 15.75. I value 16. But like everyone who I've spoken to now is like, hey, 20k is coming. And I'm like, it is. And I'm excited for it. And that's the goal. And that's the aim. Because 15k was this year's goal. So now I think reasonably 20k is the goal now. That being said, everyone is just like 20k, and I'm like, absolutely. But I done 16k is cool as well. Do you know what I mean? let's go for 16k. We know the Memorial one will come soon. Hopefully, that'd be cool. If you need to contact Maestro, I can give you his Discord. I don't really need to contact. I just wanted to say thank you for letting me use the changer. But he said he watches the channel, so hopefully he'll watch the Gozyuger video, if that happens. But hopefully he'll watch it, and then just see me say thank you anyway. I'm gonna head out. Thanks for the win stream, and keep going with the amazing channel. Power Sentai, it has been an absolute pleasure having you here. I've loved everything you've asked me. Thank you so much, and hopefully I will see you for the next stream, whenever that will be. I'm going out with my girlfriend and my homeboys and homegirls, so I'll see you later. Christian Griffin, nice to see you, and we'll see you later as well. There is a fancy balcony. I think it'll reach 20k within a few months. Thank you. I mean, that'd be amazing. It's weird, because like I did Social Blade a couple of years ago, and even though, you say years ago, months ago, and even Social Blade now is like inaccurate as fuck, but I still... It's weird, because when Social Blade was a bit more accurate, it's told me 40k for the end of this year, and I was like, that is a wild one, which is why I was like, I'll do 15, because I don't want to overshoot it like that. But I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens. Like I said, 20k is the goal now. Can you show us your bloopers? I can try and pull them up. There was a couple. I don't think Joel filmed all of them though, which isn't a bad thing. That's a good thing, because I didn't want to. I don't want them to reach the world. What people saying? I'm gonna say Kez's name till she comes, or we get information on the streams from her. You can keep doing that. I have no info to share about Keza Henshin, other than she's a queen. And if she pops in, she pops in. For the Dragon Red Ranger with wings, but with... For that Dragon Red Rangers with wings, but with option as cloak design wise, would be cool. I think it would be cool. But I love any rangers that have like a big cloak anyway. Ooh, that's another one. This one. So yeah, so I did it, and then I forgot the maneuver, it seems. Yep. And then out. Nope. Across. And then forward. And that's the only blooper we seem to have. So I'll take that in for you. I think that, unless I did more than one in the original video. Apparently I nailed it in the second video. But that's all good. Happy days. Happy with that. There will be an MCM video soon, by the way, so I'm not going to show any more, because hopefully I'll get to put some of that stuff in the video. After all, I was invited as a creator, and I kind of have to make a video now. But did you see the fan Red Ranger that got picked to appear in Gozyuger soon? I did. Is that actually going to be in Gozyuger as like a suit? Are they going to make that? That's my question. Because it was quite cool. It was a deserved win. The accomplishment of reaching 15.5k is really good with the content you make. Keep it up. Thank you, Vipex. Vipex? Vipex? VYpex? The winner was a 10-year-old, and the design was an origami-themed Red Ranger. Yeah, it was sick, wasn't it? Hey, Nate, do you like horror monsters? I don't not like horror monsters. I don't specifically like them, but I don't dislike them. It's going to be in the show. That is cool. Imagine growing up and being like, yeah, something I drew is in Super Sentai. That'd be amazing. I think it should be the next series. That'd be cool. That'd be very cool. Just an entire series. Because maybe they go even more, like, experimental next time round. And go, like, really, like, unique with it. That'd be quite cool. I need some water. Apologies. I've been talking for a long time. And I can feel my throat going. I have the series for you if you're willing to type it on YouTube. I'll type it in. I can't promise I'll show it. What's the series? I don't want to get copyright struck, or I don't want to risk showing something on the stream that is not good. And by not good, I mean, like, inappropriate. Depending on what pops up. An origami-themed ranger is an interesting theme, and I hope the suit is good when it's introducing Gozyuger. I think it'd be sick. Did you see the doggy robot Red Ranger? I didn't. What's that? Is that one somebody drew as well? Or is that something I've missed? Doggy robot Red sounds sick. But I have not seen it. I can't confirm that I have not. Still stuck in my head. They need to just release the song, because I think once I've binged it enough, it'll get out of my head, and I'll stop worrying about it. Bum, 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 bum. Who is Olive Maguire? I typed that into YouTube. But yep, someone sent that one into. Nice. That was a fan-submitted one. Right, what am I typing in? Who's Olive Maguire? Oh, so it's like a fan web series. I see. The art looks quite cool on it. I'm not going to shout the guy out because I don't know who he is, and I don't know if he's problematic or not. Not to say that he looks like he is, but you just never know. But that looks cool. I'll definitely check that out. You know, after Tokyuja and Gozyuger and Kamen Rider Geats and Kamen Rider Gav and everything else that I've just made a list about. There were a lot of cool designs. I did see a couple. I didn't really take notice of most of them, other than the like one that won. Not to say that those were bad by any stretch of the imagination. Bear with me as I just close these windows. Cool. Well, we said we were going to go for about an hour and a half, hour 45, 2 hours. We've hit the hour and a half mark, or we're about to in 2 minutes. So we'll see how active we are in the chat. Obviously, we'll see if we can still reach that super chat goal to get Joel on next week. But or Yu-Gi-Oh rather, because I know people don't remember his name a lot. But yeah, vibe and a thrive. There are SpongeBob SquarePants in the chat. Hopefully the Power Rangers are sent to create an open world game. Is it gonna let me heart react it? It isn't. Why is this not letting me like and heart react these super chats? I hate that it won't let me do it. We're one away to getting Joel on next week. SpongeBob SquarePants, thank you so much. I don't need to know your real name, by the way. I'm not asking you to tell me your real name. I quite like calling you SpongeBob SquarePants, but every time I say it out loud, I do feel like I'm just like disrespecting you and just being like SpongeBob SquarePants. But that's your name. You've signed up for that. Josh Squatch is the creator of the series. No problematic, just a fan sharing his animations all over the place. Nice. We are only one away now. Absolute legendary scenes. This is the thing as well. I'm very much encouraged as a growing content creator to do these super chats. This is why I always try and pick the slowest ones. So it's like 5 light blue ones, and I think the last time I streamed, it was the $5 one, but I made sure to just do one. You know, it's what was it the psycho said last time? It was like, I like to do this, but I also gotta eat. And to do this, I need to eat. You know what I mean? I always feel weird about it. But it's gotta be done, I suppose. A warrior-styled game would be perfect for Super Sentai, and it's such a shame there isn't one. Oh no, I'd love, honestly, because all the Power Ranger games we have are like chill, but they're all kind of samey. Like, I enjoyed Rita's Rewind when I played it with Tinashe on his channel. But we played that for like one day, completed it, and now it's done. Either Gozyuger or Gokaiger would be good theme for one to feature at. Either Gozyuger or Gokaiger would be a good theme for one to feature at least the most of the teams, yeah. I don't feel weird. Get me on the stream team. Fair enough. I reckon we try and end this stream with all 5 super chats, but also 15,505. So we need another 3 subscribers. And hopefully that'll take us up the next half hour. Or 10 minutes, or 20 minutes. We'll see what happens. And once again, I'm sorry that I can't like heart react and do things with your super chats. I don't know why it's not letting me do that. I don't like it. So I hope you like the superhero series that I got you interested in. It's something I like to do sometimes, so I hope you like. It's just a superhero fan sharing his work with others. Absolutely. I always love finding new things like that. Again, it's just whether I have the time to sit down with them and actually, I'm going to have to also, this chair is like, I was going to say new. It's not new. It's kind of relatively new. I've had it for a couple of months, but I'm going to have to oil it up because it's starting to creak. 1 sub away from 505. Happy days. Is there any video in particular that you guys want to see coming up? Because I've got my big list. Gozyugers I'm trying to do weekly. And I've got some videos lined up that I'm trying to do. I'm working on a retrospective. I said specifically that June 12th is when I wanted to release it. It was meant to release in February, and they got pushed back, and this mic was an issue, and there was a bunch of issues. But hopefully we're back on track with all of it. Do you think the Ben 10 aliens would match their color schemes as Rangers, or do you think Four Arms would be a Blue Ranger? I don't think Four Arms would be a Red Ranger, for sure. Blue, I don't know. I was thinking like a Black Ranger, but I don't know if that's because he reminds me of Champ, because he's so big. Yeah, that's a good point. I don't think they'd match their colors, no. Because Upgrade, I feel like would be a Blue Ranger. And I don't know why, but that just calls to me. And then Diamond Head, I guess. Diamond Head could be a Green Ranger. I think Heat Blast is a Red Ranger. SpongeBob is one of my favorite characters in the media, like Magnet Defender and Marvin the Martian. Marvin the Martian as in Marvin? Or is it a different Martian? Is there a different Marvin the Martian that I don't know about? Oh, no, it's this Marvin the Martian. I know what you're talking about. Looney Tunes. What a king. I've seen that 4 go up and down back to 3 a few times. Someone's fooling. I also think for next, well, obviously, Super Chat goal. Joel's on the next stream and we're chatting. But next stream that I do solo, I'm considering like some sort of reaction or like gameplay type thing. It's just hard to react to stuff on YouTube Live, especially if it's like an actual TV show or movie. Yeah, I'm not the biggest horror fan, but I'll definitely take a look at it. Grey matter pink for some reason in my head, maybe because of Don Brothers. Yeah, kind of. I can see him being pink. Which universe warrior are you most interested in seeing that we have yet to see that hasn't been already taken up by Gozyuger? I want to see Q Red or Shish or what is it? I've forgotten what he is. It's Leo, isn't it? Am I thinking right with Shishi Red? I don't know. Q Ranger Red. I'd love to see him just for the suit. I hope that he's a character that we see and he's not just oh, we killed the guy and I have his ring now. I'm also trying to think about the ones we haven't had yet. I think surely whoever's the Gold Ranger is, whoever is Aka Ranger is going to be important, you'd think. Anyone here remember Lunatics Unleashed? I don't remember Lunatics Unleashed. Yeah, Shishi Red. See, I knew he was in there. I doubted myself. Yu-Gi-Oh does remember Lunatics Unleashed, apparently. Shall we, hold on. Oh. Oh, that's the last time I've used a sub goal, isn't it? Sub goal, 8,965. Oh, I can't turn it off now. There we go. There we go. Margie Red, please soon. Yeah, that'd be cool. It does feel weird. Like, I wonder how they're deciding who are Universe Warriors that are going to have stories and who are going to be the suits that just we see get killed off screen or defeated off screen. Aka Ranger definitely has to play a role in the plot. I'm sure, surely. Do you know what I mean? Margie Red would be awesome. Google it. There may be a vid in it. Bran flakes or cornflakes? Cornflakes. Come on now. Come on. I've lost where it is. Lunatics Unleashed. Oh, maybe I do remember this as well. Because, yeah, Lunatics rather than Lunatics. Yeah, I think I remember this. Or do I? Was there two versions? If there was an older version, then maybe I've seen that. Looks sick, though. Love some Looney Tunes shenanigans anyway. I used to love Baby Looney Tunes when I was younger as well. If that's what it was called. Gokai Red at some point. I wonder how they're going to do Gokai Red. Because Gokai Red's whole gimmick is that he changes, and I don't know what they're going to do there. Maybe it's just a ring they find and they never talk about it. Lunatics Unleashed is a sci-fi version of the Looney Tunes, and if you want to see some crap, go look at the clip without sound on stream so it doesn't get copyrighted. I think even the visuals would get copyright struck. For sure, a PR clone. Maybe that's a video. When Looney Tunes copied Power Rangers or when Looney Tunes ripped off Power Rangers. Watch somebody in this chat make that video before me now as well. I have a feeling the big hit Rangers like Gokai Red, etc. will all be big parts of the series rather than ones that will be done off in the background or short stories. Yeah, surely. I just don't know how they do Gokai Red because I don't think they'd... Maybe they would. I don't think they'd have him do the Gokai changes because that feels like it defeats the purpose of the ring. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe, like, we see, like, a ranger show up, like a Universe Warrior show up, at which one of the rangers already has the ring, and they're like, wait, did they steal the ring? Oh, no, I still have the ring. And then you realize that's Gokai Red. Because I just don't think if a Gozyuger gains the ring and they turn into Gokai Red, I think the only reason you're turning into Gokai Red is to Gokai change. But at that point, if you have other rings, I guess you could turn into rings to suit that you don't have, I suppose. Don Brothers did it as they had the same gimmick of Gokyuger. Here's hoping we see Decker Red and Patron Ichigo together, like with Joe Eagle and Vol Eagle. But we actually get to see them do more in that kind of weak fight, along with Lupin Red as well. That'd be cool. There is a leak. Is there a leak? Shows off certain rangers. I imagine one of those is going to be Gokai Red, considering that's what you've hinted at. I can see Gokai Red transforming and it catches everybody off guard. That'd definitely be interesting. That'd be a cool gimmick. Just to have people be like, hang on, wait, what? Because technically they wouldn't know, would they? Could be a limited ring that has like a 3-use power. That's true. I mean, we are firing through the rings quite quickly, so it feels like they are going to introduce some sort of new gimmick anytime soon, doesn't it? So maybe that's what it is. Maybe that's the shout. I do wonder. I mean, let's do a Google. I hope I almost closed off that window then. Potentially as well, do we think... I know, Foul Plays, you've kind of just done a video on this, but any more like Berserk modes, any more like evil modes, who do you think like the Rangers would be that they choose to have those? What if a Red came back, but as normal, not, for example, Red coming back as Right and transforming into Gozyuger? Wait, what if a Red came back, but as normal? No, not Universe Warrior. That'd be cool. It'd be cool to have like a Ranger return as a Ranger, but I do think this part of the fun of the gimmick is that we get, you know, a bunch of just like the twist, like Taya Hando, not Taya Hando, Nasume being King Oja. I do like that, and I'd love to see more of that. So it's best to keep up to date with the magazine scans. I try to. I usually see them through like reports on Twitter. Like the Gokai Red could transform into Red Racer, for example, even though Toronto currently has it. Yeah, that's true. 7th time bringing up Ultraman. Do it, coward. What have I missed there? I don't know what I've missed. Did I bring up Ultraman? And this is and I've just said, did I bring up Ultraman? And this is the part where you're going to tell me you brought up Ultraman in some really niche situation, and I don't know what you were talking about. I've heard a theory that the one most likely to be their normal self would be Zenkaija due to some lore reasons. Potentially. I've not watched Zenkaija, so I wouldn't know. What I meant was, look at the piece of crap that is Lunatics Unleashed without audio, without showing us. I'll do it another time. Oh, I mean, I can do it. It's not gonna be that fun for you guys. That's all. If I look at it now off stream, because I could watch it separately and just do an entire video on it. Apparently, the full season's on YouTube as well. 91 full episodes. Stay tuned for a video. How do you think they would introduce Gokai Red or Zenkaija? I don't know. That's the thing. It's surely got to be a bigger part of the story. But it doesn't... the way they've set things up so far would imply that, like, they are bigger characters, but I don't know how the gimmicks would work with, like, the changing and, like, the anniversary stuff, because this is an anniversary season, and the point is that they're using other suits. So, you know, I don't know. I'd love to... that's the thing. This is the thing. Hey, 15505. Thank you very much, guys. Like with Gozyuger, like obviously currently I'm watching Gozyuger, and if I really, really want to find out everything, I can't just spend an entire day binging. You can't do that with Gozyuger because episodes release weekly. So I want to just know all this stuff because I genuinely hate theorizing because I'm just like, if it's not true what I think sounds cool, then I might be a bit disappointed. It's your 7th time bringing up Gozyuger. Day 7 of asking you to binge. What's that? Well, yeah, Ultraman. I was gonna try to do the full name there, but most of the time it's Ultraman. RPM versus SPD. Who wins? SPD. Shadow Ranger alone is smoking all the RPM Rangers, but SPD without a doubt. It's when they have Gokaija come in from another universe and it's a big treasure. That'd be cool. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Gokaija was like about them searching for the treasure, which I always thought was Ranger keys. But it turns out they had all the Ranger keys to begin with, which I might be slightly wrong about, but I think that's a fairly accurate assessment. A lot of these plots would normally be with just everyday people, but it's different since they're actually somewhat related to the whole gimmick of the show. Yeah, that's fair. I just can't see anyone doing Gokai Red's suit, to be honest. Donning, yeah. But again, maybe it's like what we said just now about, like, maybe it is actual Captain Marvelous showing up. Please make a video on Lunatics Unleashed, and then you will see how crap it is. You know what? I'll write it down. I can't promise it'll happen soon, because I have a big list, but I'll write it down. Sorted. Written. And landed. Stream's ending real soon. Are we really going to lose by 1? Shakes head, says Yugi Joe. If you want to be on the stream, brother, you can commit to a second one. I'm not telling you to, but if you're fearing it that bad, according to the opening of episode 0 and 1, every universe has ended. So it's interesting. Is that what they said? That every other universe has ended? That's wild. Why hasn't there been a kaiju series in Sentai or Power Rangers? Because that would be interesting. Isn't kaiju just giant monster or giant beast? Which happens in every Sentai season, no? Unless you are talking about, like, specifically... Because Ultraman isn't even a kaiju, is he? He's a kai... Is it Kayatu? No, what's... Ultraman's like a... Dun, 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 dun. It doesn't want to tell me. Doesn't want to tell me the name. Expected. Please, if they get a Gokaiju ring, give them the cloak. Their cloak type. Oh wait, not Gokaiju. Gaki Ranger? Well, like Gaki Ranger. The cloak type stuff around the neck. Without it would be less cool. The best way to make everything one universe now, or the wish is to bring them all back. Maybe that's what they're doing. Maybe they're trying to do like a Secret Wars reset. Maybe the Tiger Sword power is going to bring everybody into one universe. But then even at that point, then it's like, I don't know. I like that they're all separate universes, but kind of not, because it's like you can do anything in the show and it doesn't affect anything else. But then if you want a Ranger to return, or a set of Rangers to return, just bring them in. No questions asked. Just pretend Japan, even though it is massive, just pretend it's the size of the Earth and that all the center teams live everywhere. Starting with Battle Fever, there's been giant monsters in most of them, yeah. Paying my friends to hang out in front of 20 people is wild. You're the one who keeps bringing it up, brother. I think they did a Godzilla XPR set that comic before. They did do that. They've done a few, I think. Alien X versus the Morphin Masters. Who wins? Morphin Masters, just because with Alien X, Ben's got to convince... what are they called? What are their names? Is it Bellatrix and something? I've forgotten the name. Serena and Bellatrix, I think is what they're called. He's got to try and convince them to even just move a leg. So I reckon the Morphin Masters are just, like, locking him up straight away. But maybe, I don't know, maybe Alien X, if they sort their shit out. I think I meant it as in the Rangers have kaiju-based powers and have some idea like the Power Ranger or Godzilla crossover. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. But then wouldn't that fall into like just beasts in general? Because the point of kaiju is that they are giant. Unless you mean they can also like shoot lasers out their face and stuff. My theory is that this world is just a bad patch-up job of every universe, which is why Boon Red's actor uses the King Oja ring. That makes sense. That makes sense. And we do have lots of past actors being different characters. I thought he had control in Omniverse. Kind of, but like not really. He still had to talk to Bellatrix and Serena. And then, if I'm correct, which I might not be, I think after he rewrote the universe, he obviously like spoke to like the sentient gods of Alien X's species, and they were just like, "You need to chill out." Am I getting that right? I think so. So I think by the end of it, he still has to chat in like the council. How that theory since episode 1. It's a good theory, bro. It is a good theory, for sure. And I like that as a concept. It's just, percent I have taken some risks in the past few years. I want them to dive straight in. If we get that, I'd love that. What ring should they get next episode? Was it in the preview, I wonder? Let's, I'm going to take another little risk here, right? Because I reckon as long as I don't play any episodes, I should be able to... Ooh. Let's be good. I should be able to just go right to the end and see if... Play slightly off screen a minute. And see if they show like a ring that they're going to gain. Or any heroes they're going to fight. Can't see anybody there. I don't know if they're going to be gaining any new rings next episode. Interesting. Doesn't seem to be any rings coming out. So, maybe none. Maybe they're just not spoiling it. Who knows? In Omniverse, he had more control, but not master control. Azimuth said he would give him on his 8th birthday. That's true, but that's of the Omnitrix. That's not of Alien X and the species that Alien X is. I hope Gozyuger stays evil and not turn into a good guy. That's been a debate so far, this stream. I think that's the general consensus that people want. I don't know, it is quite split. A lot of people do want him to be the 7th Ranger. I mean, it's a 15-year-old... as an alien god versus morphing gods, basically anything can go wrong. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, they didn't seem to have any rings next episode. I mean, it'd be cool to introduce some of the rings we haven't seen. I wonder if at any point they're going to gain more of Gozyuger's rings. Maybe Hoeru and Gozyuger will have another 1v1 and he'll gain another ring. Maybe like Jaka. Or, what some other ones he had? Maybe Gozyuger. Who knows? Who knows? Everybody knows. I've been looking at this. I haven't filmed a proper video in front of this since I've switched it around. And I do feel like I love the Pink Ranger helmet there. Love the Q Ranger figures. Love Sonic above me. I do think I want to try and get the Cosmic Tree Morpher on display a bit more. I just don't know where it'd go. There's like no room. And I don't want it to go up on these shelves because these are specifically Marvel and like Mist, like, you know, YouTube, the Ben 10 YouTube, Sonic, Astif Movie, Breakfast Club. There's a bunch of shit up there. I want Margie Ranger. I'd love Margie Ranger to show up soon. And I'd love them to use their the white mode as well, with the white shields. Oh, that'd be so good. I need more of that. I need more of that in HD than 4:3 standard def. But, you know, we'll see what happens. I'm going to have to drink water again. I hope you guys can't hear the gulping. I'm going to try and pull the mic away. Just have to deal with that. I found the brother plotline to be the weakest in Gozyuger. Yeah, they introduced Gozyuger, did it up for like 2 episodes with the brother plotline, the black scar on his back, the X, the whole thing. And then we started round 2 and we've just forgotten about all of it. So we'll see where they go from there. If they introduce more Rangers in Gozyuger, what morpher would they have? Because in theory they could make Tegasword, but give another guy his morpher and not make a good burn glove. I don't know. That'd be interesting. Because we have Tegasword, Tegajun, and Good Burn now, all as Henshin devices. I just call him Gary. See, that's the thing. I am always tempted to call him Gary, but because I know his name's Quan, like, I feel like I would just forget his name and just be like, oh yeah, that's Gary. Gozyuger. It's such a cool name, though. Ring Hunter Gozyuger. Absolute peak. Don't forget Goju Leon's Silver Eyes. Yeah, they haven't mentioned that. And they haven't said a word about Otto either, Sumino's sister, which is obviously related to the Silver Eyes. So, yeah, I'm hoping that gets... Thing is, we've got so many episodes to go, right? We're on episode 15 coming up, and there's going to be about 50. We've got time. But I just wish we could start a story, do that bit of story, and conclude that story, then move on to a new one, rather than set up like 7... and then just go with it. There's a lot they introduced in the first act, but probably need to keep in the back of our heads for later, yeah. Well, if anybody needs recaps of Act 1, I have a video all about it, recapping all 9 episodes. And then when round 2 finishes, which I'm going to assume will be in 3 to 4 weeks, but it could be a lot sooner, it could be a lot later. I'll try and do a round 2 video as well. It could even be sooner, to be fair, because we've already done 5 episodes. So, yeah, maybe 4 weeks, 5 weeks. All of this will be brought up in the future. Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping so. I might, like, it obviously will be, but just how far into the future? Because I don't want them to set up something even bigger and then pay off something from before either. Like, I'd rather it be all payoffs and then something big. What happened about Rikuo's kidnapping Musuno's sister? We don't know. And we also, it's probably not Rikuo. We've got confirmation that Rikuo once had grey eyes, and we've got confirmation that Sumino's sister's kidnapper had grey eyes. But I think they're just trying to double cross us there. I don't think that's going to be related in the end. I want more concrete info on Gozyuger's special power. It's sight. Like enhanced sight. Well, he's technically got 3. He's got flight with the wings that comes out of his suit. He's got his enhanced sight is like his special ability that the Tiger Sword gives him. But then, of course, the de-aging is like a big part of everything. But that's not really a power. That's just something he was granted. I'd love for the reveal to be that Fire Candle is Goju Wolf's real brother and Gary is the only one who knows. I'd love that. That's a theory that I had a little while ago, but not with Fire Candle, but with what's his name? Well, I can't remember the guy's name. He was in episode 1. I've lost the plot. There was like an Ari that wasn't like meant to be the main guy, and then he didn't die. He just left, and they were quite suspicious. Because what are the Ari? Are they like born as bells? Are they made? Are they not real people and they made, or are they like people with costumes on? Like, what are the Ari? Because there's the silver Ari, who are just henchmen, and the gold Ari that matter, and they're given names, and they're given references, and they're given stories. And even though some die, some don't. They're going too fast when you think about it. I guess so. We're only 15 episodes in, though. Garuda's suit is my favorite villain suit, and how intimidating in terms of design, which I like to see. Yes, I mean all the blasters over him are crazy. When did they show his enhanced sight? It was in one of the... I think it's the first episode where he uses Tiger Sword Green. Maybe not the first one, but it's whilst he's using Tiger Sword Green. There was one that didn't die. Yeah, there was one that didn't die. Well, so the first one... Maybe I got it wrong. The first one did die because Fire Candle made a whole point about him being his best friend. But then there was one, I swear, that didn't. And there was one that, like slipped away. But with emphasis, I swear. When? That's the trouble now. Do I go through... No, I'm not going to go through all the episodes, but I will get back to you. I will find out that information. I would say they're just bigger generals. Yeah, that's what my thought was. But then there was that one that, they made an effort to show, not dying, and I was like, why? What's special about him? Maybe I'm chatting shit. Maybe I saw things. He gives heavy Robin and Teen Titans energy, and if he is secretly good, I'm saying, they rape that she eat. Absolutely. What if Bandai and Toei auction Super Sentai suits and the Kamen Rider as well? I don't think they would. If they did, I'd be straight on those Q Ranger suits. I want Champ suit. It's probably the only suit I could fit into. But that'd be cool. That'd be really sick. I gotta find this. Please do, if you can. I don't know what episode it is. I thought it was early on, but maybe I'm lying. Because I do remember the first one. I do now remember the first one dying, because Fire Candle was like, he was my bestie. But yeah. No, it's fine. Sometimes that happens, but I would love if one did manage to get away. I swear I'm not chatting shit. But I will find out before next stream. They just bin the suits when they get damaged, yeah. But then they remake them like they're nothing for crossovers. It's mad. Am I the only one who prefers SMP over the DX mecha, or is it just me? I have no comment on it. The Champ Love is so called for. I'm obsessed. The thing is, the suit, the way he looks is one thing. Peak. Gorgeous. But, hold on. Look at this dude. I mean, the toy's a bit mashed up. This guy is just built. This is a ranger. This isn't like an extra character or like a side guy. This is a built-up ranger. He looks sick, helmet sick. And then on top of that, he's a robot that was built with the... Hold on. With, like, his creator, who was like, you're a robot. You are a robot. I'm not going to tell you you're not a robot. You are a robot. But if you keep looking out for people, if you keep trying to do the right thing, and if you want to save people and you want to be the good guy, then that will spark something inside that will always make you more than a robot. And just... peak. They said that to Simon when they were doing Cosmic Fury, they were going to get rid of all the suits as they were going to bin them. That was the monster suits. It is a shame. I'm glad some people got to keep, what's it called? Like Cosmic Fury, oh, well, not Cosmic Fury, but like just Power Ranger stuff. High Gold. With all stars. I want to see more Tegasword engaging in life with Gozyugers as in ending with Gozyupolar. Oh, like just like speaking to them and chatting and chilling. Yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, there's a blue tack on the floor. That's the only thing I'm finding with these figures is that I'm gonna have to try and put him back, but they don't stand up very easily, so I've had to blue tack their feet. And I even had to take a hairdryer to the yellow one. Oh. Right, let's see if I can put this back without any issues. We're gonna hope. Does he look right? Have I put him too far back? I don't know. I don't want to push green forward too much. Yeah. Anyway. The best Black Ranger, indeed. Well, we'll see. What is your favorite Super Sentai? Kyuranger. Although I've only seen Kyuranger in pieces. Boom Boom during full, Gozyuger as it's airing, and Tokyuger up to episode 21. But yeah. Lucky Star Kyuranger. What a theme song as well. Oh. Wow, spoilers. I didn't spoil this, believe me. I don't know if you've seen Kyuranger. I promise that's not a spoiler. If you watch, you'll know. The suits in the Sentai Museum are mainly worn by the actors for promo and events in order to make them a bit more official. Peak. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Got to go to the Sentai Museum. Insane work. My favorite Super Sentai Ranger is Zenkaiser Black. Nice. Did you know Riley the Dino Charge Green Ranger was supposed to be gay in Power Rangers Dino Charge? That is how the actor played him. The actor kind of played him with the intent that he had a little thing for Chase. It was quite cool. And then when you look at the acting and then you kind of like just, you know, look at sort of what they, not what they wrote, because obviously they didn't write it, but how the actor played the character, you're like, yeah, they're gay. Or at least Riley's gay and he likes Chase, for sure. Did you, Alpha King in the chat, bro, I'm here now, welcome. And Gez a Henshin, have you two just been chilling with each other and now decided to pop in? Impeccable timing. There's been somebody in the chat, Keza, and I don't know who it is, but on repeater, they've been saying your name 3 times over in the event that you work like Beetlejuice and appear. And I don't know if that person's still here. I've been thinking about this for a while, but since Metal Hero does exist in Power Rangers, I always wondered if they would do well in the West. Maybe, because he does. A Metal Hero does appear in Beast Morphers, isn't it? Sorry, I'm late. It's fine. It's fine. I mean, we did say we'd end like a few minutes ago, but we're still here. We're still vibing. What's your favourite Kamen Rider? I've only watched Gav, and that's still going. Gay, yes. The Beetlejuice chant worked, clearly. Win Alpha Kings. I promise I don't know Alpha Kings who was here. Oh. There we go. It was UT Chauffeur. Well, guys, we've exceeded the stream time. Unless I'm not going to end just yet. I do want to not be on past my bedtime, but we hit the sub goal. Still got one more super chat to go. So we're going to keep talking for a bit. We're going to keep chatting, especially now that Tinashe and Keza have just arrived. But we're going to see what happens. But I'm not going to be on for too much longer. I'm going to have more water though, because my voice is going again. Also, Tinashe and Keza, look at the flex. Look at the flex. She's back. She's back. Different microphone. But in theory, she's back. Gav is so good, though. I think it's overtaken Blade for sure. Banger. What's your opinion on Kamen Rider Dragon Knight? Haven't seen it. Haven't seen it. That's the CW adaptation, isn't it? Can you give me info on when we are going to get another stream? Well, if we get that final super chat, which confirms Yu-Gi-Oh being on the next stream, I will at that point give you the info on the next stream. And by that, I just mean me and Yu-Gi-Oh will figure it out. One thing I've noticed about Gozyuger's design is... Oh! Super chats take priority. As mentioned, SpongeBob SquarePants coming back in. Once again, it wouldn't let me heart react to you. That's 2 from SpongeBob SquarePants. We be living in a pineapple under the sea, you know. Absolute legend. Thank you so much. That is 5 out of 5, which means I will be streaming next week with Yu-Gi-Oh. Yu-Gi-Oh. Let me check my calendar. So we can let them know. Are you free at 9 PM on Tuesday, the 3rd of June? Answer me in the chat. Who was I speaking to beforehand? One thing I've noticed about Gozyuger's design is the helmet is like the Gozyuger helmets with the X on top. Yeah, it is. They've still got the ring, and then they've got like the X hole, and then like a little eye visor piece in the middle. So he could definitely be the 7th Ranger. Yes, the mic. Am I late, Spider Blaster? You are. We've not got long left, I'll be honest. Gold says, I just subscribed to you because you look like a cool with a star. Gold, I appreciate you. I hope you enjoy Power Rangers and Sentai content, because that is what we do. And thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. What if Gozyupolar uses the 6th Ranger rings when he morphs? That'd be sick. I'd love 6th Ranger rings. Super chat takes priority. Keza Henshin, was an absolute honor to meet you at MCM. I'm going to stop flinging this mic about. I'm getting too excited. Queen, it was an absolute honor to meet you. I don't know if I said it in the last stream, but like I said, I went to MCM and there was people in my DMs from a bunch of different people I know that were like, oh, we'll hang out and we'll do this and we'll do this. And obviously, as you know, we spent pretty much all of our time with you and Sentai Guy, and it was a great time. And you know, I can't wait for next October because it's just gonna be a banger. Absolutely love to see it. Thank you, Keza. You did not have to do that. But now we've succeeded at the goal. So happy days. Now if we weren't definitely streaming before, we definitely are now. Let me see if Joel replied. Anything for you. So yeah, 3rd of June, Tuesday the 3rd of June at 9 to 9:30 PM. I'll figure that out when I schedule it. Is the next stream, guys. So definitely be around for it. Gold has asked Keza, what is your favorite Sentai? So I'll let you reply in the chat there. Ram Pudding Kamen Rider Gav. Love Ram Pudding Kamen Rider Gav. Absolute luckier. Or luckier. Also, I came to the conclusion that in my video where I recapped round 1 of Gozyuger, I was calling the little kid Ao. And I have reason to believe it's Aoi. Because in Tokyuger, in an episode I've just watched, there was somebody called Aoi, and they were pronouncing it Aoi. So I think I've been pronouncing it wrong, and I may have to record that for the round... Well, not for the round 2 video, but when I do the compilation at the end of the show. So there we go. That's a bit of information. I don't know why I don't know why I was brought that up, but you know, just something I thought about. MCM was great. I did enjoy it. For my first MCM as well, I was happier with just the shit that we all did in and around MCM than the actual con itself. It was a banger. Well, I did my part. Remember, do a video on Lunatics Unleashed. It is written down. I can't promise it'll be soon, because I'd show you the list if that side of the room wasn't only messy, but obviously spoilers. But it is written down, I promise. Hey Nate, hey, it's Adam. Shout out to It's Adam, who was a part of the Dino Charge Energems video. What about the 7th Gozyuger? I missed a bit. Somebody said something about Gozyuger being the 7th Gozyuger, because his helmet's kind of the same, but just with the X on it. Love Boom Boomja and King Oja, but all-time favourites probably Gokaija. Or Shinkenja. Both are great. I have too many favourites. That's my thing now, because I wonder whether I'll watch more Sentai, and despite my glazing, I'll be like, oh shit, I got a new favourite. AO is such a weird one in anime, they say it different every time. And I will also repeat, Aoi is such a weird one in anime, they say it differently all the time. I'm gonna go with AO, it's fine. Whiteboard, I gotta get mine. Hold on. I used to have it like pinned to my wall, and then it fell off one day, and I've been too scared to put it back up. So now it's stood. Oh. Take a look, and then I pull away. Some of those videos never make it off the whiteboard, by the way. I think about it for too long, and then I'm like, no, that'd be a shit idea. And then some get added straight away. I don't think the Energems video ever made it to the whiteboard. I think that was something I came up with in work one day, put the feeler out, a bunch of creators go back to me straight away, and then we started making the video. Gozyupolar having 6th Ranger rings and transforming into past 6th Rangers would be cool. It would be cool. I'd love that. Change up the dynamic a bit. We need Boom Boom Red King Oja back soon. Yeah. Big up. What's his name again? Nasume? He was dramatic. He walked away with the katanas back. He's definitely coming back. Surely that's like end of show. Like that 1v1. Maybe Hoeru's got all of the rings and he's one more. And Nasume comes back and they have another 1v1. Just maybe. What about an 8th Ranger? I'd love an 8th Ranger as well. Like I said, I did a video months ago before Goju just started, and it was about a bunch of things I'd like to see in Gojuja, and that was one thing. Just 7, 8, 9 Rangers, just more Rangers. About halfway through Shinkenja, and it's already hit my top 5. Nice. Goju Tiger purple. We said earlier that it'd be Goju Shark would be purple, and then Goju Tiger would be pink. My door was covered in whiteboard material. Literally, it used to be up here next to my desk, so I could see it. It was always in line, and it still is now. It's over there, but I liked it when it was. And I've got to like lean over to write on it and everything. Nasumi, Kingira Husty. It will be like a surprise attack. I know. I wanted to just show up out of nowhere. Marcos's little meow meow. I hope the kid is Gozyupolar. It would be like Kiba Ranger, aka MMPR White Ranger. Oh, are we? Well, that would also be like name I've forgotten, but the Cyan Q Ranger is also a kid, but is also a bear. They could do it. They could keep the theme. If Gozyupolar would have been 6th Ranger rings, then what about the other coloured Rangers? I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing we don't know, is that there's an opportunity. But at that point, you're just doing like Gokaija again, really, isn't it? So I suppose like they've got to try and make it unique. Because then what do they do for 55th anniversary and 60th? Are they going to keep doing like colour changing gimmicks? Do you know what I mean? Big it up. Well, on that note, maybe it's time to say goodbye. We hit the super chat goal. Thank you so much. Obviously, we hit the subscriber goal, which we didn't intend to have when this started, but we did. I don't even know how many subs we were on when we started either, which is a banger. Kez just BRB'd, so I imagine if I'm gone by the time I'm back, then I'll chat soon, no problem. Yeah, guys, thank you so much. It's been a banger of a stream. We'll be back Tuesday at 9 to 9:30 p.m. British summertime. When I set up the stream, you'll be able to see it in your time zone when you click the notification. Click the notification on it, and then me and Yugi Joe will be on stream to talk about something. I don't know what I'll be. We'll figure it out. But yeah, Tuesday, 4 days from now, 3 kind of 4. yeah, we'll be back. Thank you guys for watching. And oh, there's still messages coming in. Wait, I don't want to leave anybody. Do you want any Power Rangers 3-0 figures? I don't. 24 Zoolane doing 64 Zoolane. 500 subs in 2 days. I know, wild. It's because of you guys, you legends. Okay, guys, cool. Love you. Goodbye.